in politics was at that level, but I've never been, because I've not been interested in being a politician, because my career as a intellectual and my career as even when I come as a diplomat, that was assignment that given to me by the head of the state. I could not reject it.
When you came in 1966, then we were just independent, 1 year old as an independent nation. You had far fewer educated elite in this country. You were one of them. Any offers from the government there?
No. At that time, even an offer would not have been accepted. For one reason. My aspiration was to further my study to the highest level. Because when I graduated from Cairo, I wanted to do graduate studies in Cairo itself. But to study something relevant to the socio-economic and history of my country. The material resources to conduct graduate studies on Gambia or on West Africa was very scanty. So I was advised either to go to Paris or to go to England because this area was colonized by French or British. They have more material on the history of this part. So when I came, I visited all the politicians. I used to go because, first of all, I was interested in knowing what is going on really and what the future holds for my country. So I was acquainted, I was in touch with all of them. No offer was made, and my own idea was to go for further study. Alhamdulillah, when I got it, I went to Canada. I stayed there for 6 years, get my MA and PhD, and come back. All my aspiration was to work within the framework of education. I really wanted to do something in education. But as I told you when I was told that the government has no place for a PhD at that level, especially PhD in Islamic studies, I just decided to.
Did you feel that perhaps it is your area of specialization and not necessarily your qualification?
No,
that have been the explanation?
I think it is true. It is true that the area of specialization. I was the first Gambian graduate to have a degree in Arabic and Islamic studies, I think, if I could remember. And the papers wrote about me 2 months, 3 months, and everybody was really excited about first Gambian to be the BA honors in Azhar University, in Cairo University. When I came, I applied. And there was Mr. James Ndao. James Ndao was the director of education. Was the one of the senior, and he was the principal of Armitage, in Armitage School. And James Ndao was interested in educating Gambians. He was to say that the Gambians, wherever they come from, let them get educated. Even in Islamic studies, he wanted to promote a project Islamic studies that would help this, what you call Ndongo Tatipere, to be well disciplined. So when he got my information of my graduation, he wrote to me, he asked me to go to Armitage School. He offered me a place in Armitage School. But unfortunately, when I came, the then director of education said that, well, my degree was not recognized. So they could not give me a graduate position in the ministry. I had to fight. At that time, there was in the ministry, I think it was Tafa Sose.
Did you think was that a one-off, or you think that was a problem, a general problem with the system?
Well, with the system, they did not recognize the Islamic studies, Arabic studies. It was just not existent. Coming with the degree from Cairo University, the system could not understand that I deserve to be given graduate salaries. I don't know, is a prejudice come from where? Is this, I don't want to go any further, but this is what happened, that this degree is not recognized, so you cannot be given the position of a graduate. I had to fight, and the matter was raised to to the establishment secretary. It was Mr. Dixon, I still remember his name. Mr. Dixon ruled that if you are interested in the service of Dr. Omarja, give him graduate studies, give him graduate salary. Otherwise, he can take you to court. So I was appointed as a graduate, in a graduate position. But unfortunately, when I left, people who came after me find no trace of my file. That's the point. It disappeared completely. They have to start fighting. It's a long time before the system accepted them as holding degrees.
Why do you think the file disappeared? Why?
This is what they told me, that it disappeared. I don't know. It disappeared, but this is what happened exactly.
Any logical explanation? Any
prejudice.
palpable?
Prejudice.
At tomorrow, but living in today, celebrating.
One day, cars will run on water. At Bank PHB, we're already thinking like that. Bank PHB. Good. Better. Bank PHB.
Professor, we're going into some contemporary issues now affecting the world, especially from a religious perspective. But before that, let's touch a bit on your stint as a diplomat. You served this country as a diplomat, if I am right, from 1982 to 1990, a whole long period of 8 years. How did your entry into the diplomatic service come about?
This is a very good question and very interesting to me, because as I told you, I've never been interested in politics, practical politics. I have a lot of friends in the political circle, ministers, permanent secretaries. I remember Mr. Ibutal was a very good friend of mine. And I think Ibutal and his own friends have something to do with my own appointment. I don't know what happened when I was teaching in Nigeria. I think it was in 1978 or 79, 78. The embassy in Lagos sent me a message that the Ministry of External Affairs, it was External Affairs at that time, would like you to go to Gambia. I don't know what. Ibutal was the permanent secretary of the ministry. Lamin Kiti Jabang was the minister. When I came, they told me, well, we would like you to pay a courtesy call to the president. But still, I don't know why. I did courtesy call to the president, with the minister. They say, okay, Mr. Jah, that's very kind of you. You can go back to your work. I went to my work.
No, that was all they told you.
Then, in 1982, because I moved from Nigeria in 1980, I moved from Nigeria to Riyadh. In 1982, the ambassador of Gambia at that time was Kamabaji. Kamabaji was a good friend of mine. He came to Riyadh to visit the Gambian community, and being one of the senior and a professor, I was associate professor in the university.